It's very, very hard to win new investment, so you've got to look after the investors you already have here. If they have any issues with government, we're there to help them sort through those issues. The whole purpose is to make sure that there's a win-win on both the government and the private sector side. I'm Steve Ward, Exec Director, Investment, Trade and Strategic Projects. It's a great state to do business in because you have a culture within the public service to really actually make investment happen.
South Australia's China strategy is recognised within Australia and outside of Australia as being one of the best, most focused and digestible documents of its type. State government's taken a leadership role to try and create not only a strategy but a framework within which to implement that strategy. I'm Sean Keenahan, I'm the South Australian Government Strategic Advisor for China. So what government is doing is helping industry and working with industry to understand how our offerings rate within the China context. Because once we understand that value proposition, we are well placed to use the platforms that are created through the government-to-government framework that enable us to do business with China.
Obviously, we are active through our China strategy and our engagement with Tier 2, 3 provinces in taking mining companies with us to introduce them to potential investors, typically state-owned corps in China. That's a very tangible example of how we as a government add value to that process in an economy that the government-to-government relationship is very important.
With Australia being the number 2 importer in China, we have a very strong position in the market there. Andrew Buttery, Managing Director of Gemtree Vineyards. Business and government are very closely linked in China, so you cannot do business in China without strong relationships with government, and I see the same in South Australia. If we're going to be successful in China, we need the support of the government.
So we have this continuum of activity, the joined up divisions of the department, to provide a seamless service from start of investment through to operation of the project. The reality is, I think the case management approach gives you invaluable relationships for the 30, 50 years of operating you have post-approval. That's very, very valuable for operating companies, whether it be a mine, whether it be a processing plant, a manufacturing plant. Those relationships really do matter.
We've found success stories from small manufacturers in Adelaide's north that have found the capability to manufacture or value add an existing product they have and then bring it back in market. We have success stories of South Australian wineries that have found new markets in China where their traditional markets have dried up.
Wine for China now, I think it's our fastest growing market and it's probably our 3rd most important market. And it is in high value added food products, and I think there is incredible opportunity for that to grow more.
What we have is going to become increasingly rare. Not only is South Australia well positioned in having just what an aspirational middle class wants, but those things are available at very much an entry level price. It really does represent an opportunity for savvy investors.